Nice to see you. Happy New Year 2022. I can't believe it is already 2022. A lot has been going on in the new year. Already we're off to a good start, a really good start. So I didn't really post many videos over the holidays. I was busy with my family and busy with just things that happen in the day in the life of someone who's in ministry and running a YouTube channel and being a grandma and all those things. So today I am bringing you a live video. I want to do some chatting like we always do, but I also want to show you how to make a scalloped neckline and add that to any pattern. So I have done this to the Love Notions Tessa, and one of the reasons that I used the Tessa was because I was able to do this in a timely way for the sale. The Love Notion sale this week. This is, by the way, January 4th this is January 4th, yeah, 4th of 2022, and it's going on all the way till Friday. It's 30% off site-wide. And if you want to save an extra 10%, you can use the coupon code. That's only for Dorothy's daughter listeners, watchers, subscribers, whatever, and you can get that an extra 10% off for the code Dorothy10. All caps, Dorothy and 10. No space in between. All right. So that is what is going on in my neck of the woods. And I'm just going to go ahead and sign us on here. All right, welcome back. I am so excited to see everybody here. Let's see who's here. Glad to see you too, Nancy and Hexa. Nice to see you in Germany. And Kelly, good to see you. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. Excuse me, I'm very dry today for some reason. Sorry about that. I have to check my I don't know what's wrong with my output today on this camera. Of course, right? Of course. I may do some troubleshooting when I play the next video. See if I can fix it. All right, so we really have had an amazing time this past year, and I'm just now starting to reflect. I'm sure I'll do a video of all the makes thus far in 2022 or 2021, and then be also talking about goals for 2022. One of the things that I said I wanted to do in 2022 was to start on the UFOs that I have and encourage you guys to do that. So I want to have some kind of challenge for that. And I also would like to keep on with the things that are left over from last year, and that is the bodice fitting. There's, I think, 2 more videos for that, and then I still want to do the men's sewing for men series. So with that, I'm going to just talk a little bit about what the topic is today. At the end of this, we'll have our usual kind of chit chat, and that way anybody who doesn't want to chat can take off and the rest of us can stay here and chat. All right. Okay. So here is my inspiration sketch that I did for the Tessa sheath dress. And I wanted to match it with the Sybil, and I wanted a scalloped neckline. This was my Christmas dress, and I will show you the end result. It did turn out really nice, and but I wanted to add that scalloped neckline. Something's with my thing here, so I am just not sure why this is showing all the camera controls on the screen. It's never done that before, so I've just got to figure out why. All right, until now we'll just put up with it, but anyway, there is the Let me see if it's, there it is. Okay. This is the Tessa inspiration drawing that I made. So then I'll show you the two patterns that I mashed. One was the Tessa sheath dress, which has a sort of a boat neck neckline, which is what I used. And it's called something different, but it's really kind of like a boat neck and kind of straight across with a little bit of a dip. I thought that would make a really attractive scalloped neckline. And then I wanted to also add a different skirt to that, so I picked the Sybil pattern and added the swing skirt from that. Hi, Chris. Hi, Amy. Hi, Ann. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Janice. We're doing great here. So anyway, so that is basically what my inspiration was. So then what I wanted to do, okay, let's see where. Okay, so here is the end result that I ended up with the neckline. And I think it looked really nice. That's on my mannequin. I didn't have my head cut off. And that was just a perfect neckline for that plain dress, simple dress that I wanted for Christmas Eve, which I wore to lead worship on Christmas Eve. So I'm going to first tell you a little bit, too, about the Love Notion sale if you've just come in. It is 30% off site-wide. And if you use the coupon code Dorothy10, all caps, all run together, and you'll get another 10% off, and you'll also be helping our channel. So feel free to use that if you'd like. All right, so I'm going to show you what the pattern adjustments were that I made to the Tessa, and then we'll chit-chat about that a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and I would do all of my size adjustments on the Tessa pattern except for the neckline. Now I'm going to keep in mind my seam allowance here. But what I want to do is do a scalloped neckline. So what I have, any old scalloped image you can find online is great. I knew I wanted it to be approximately 2 inches circles or thereabouts. It's probably a little less. And I wanted to make them fit in this bateau neckline. Now, given that this would be a seam allowance, the V is going to be a little deeper, which is what I want. This didn't seem deep enough to me, but if I figure this seam allowance in, it will be. So what I've done is I've cut it out, and then I've gone and cut them into sections like this, so that I can start at the shoulder with a halfway point. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the next one in, which is going to match up to the So I'm going to go ahead and put the first one in at the shoulder because I want that to be a halfway point. Okay, then next I'm going to stick this one in there, and I want that to come all the way up to the cut line. Okay, then I'm going to put the, hope you can see this. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the next little section in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the next section in there. Going to just kind of even these out a little bit, because I want them to be as even as possible. It's got to come all the way up to the line. That's the problem. There's a little bit of fiddling that might need to take place because, you know, you're working with partial circles and trying to put them on a curved line. So you're just going to kind of do your best as far as that goes. All right, so then the next one you're going to go ahead and put on right there. And that should make the last one be a full scallop right at the front and center, which it is. So there are your scallops. All right, so then you're simply going to cut it out this way, like this. And then as you do your points, it'll make them even a deeper V, and it'll be a very nice looking neckline. Now, you want to also do the same thing to the facings that you're doing to this. So what I probably would do is go ahead and just use this to cut a facing. But you can take the facing and just duplicate what you've done to the neckline. I'm not going to do it to the back, but I did want kind of a statement neckline in the front. All right, that is really all there is to that, and I will show you the finished product. All right, so that is really how that's done. It's very easy. As you can see, I got rid of my controls while we were watching the video because that was really bugging me. I never actually ended up doing that by accident before, so I didn't know where to change it, but now I know. Okay, so that is how we go ahead and fix the pattern. And if you want deeper scallops, I think if I were to do this neckline over again, I would probably do some deeper scallops so that, that it would be a little more pronounced. But it still was a lovely neckline and maybe enough for the occasion, because I did get a lot of compliments on my dress on Christmas Eve, so that's really nice. It's always nice to get compliments on something that you made yourself. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut to us sewing. And please know, we're gonna chat, but I just want to make sure that I do the tutorial first, so that anybody who doesn't want to hang around to chat can go if they want to. But anyway, let's go ahead and I'll show you what happens when I take it to the sewing machine. Okay, now we're going to sew. Now we're going to go ahead and sew our scalloped facing onto the scalloped neck edge. The back is not scalloped, so I'm going to start there. I'm going to start right at the center back. I'm going to be doing a 3/8 seam allowance. And what I'd like to do is use my really narrow zigzag, which I have a preset for. And I'm going to make it a little bit further apart there, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stitch all the way around this facing on, just like any normal facing until you get to the front. Be very careful that you keep it a 3/8 distance so you don't mess up the integrity of the neckline. Get to a bulky area and just go ahead and stick that hump jumper in there and you'll get right past it. Okay. Now we're getting right to the first point of the scallop. So I'm just going to raise it up and go around the first curve, making sure to keep it at 3/8 of an inch seam allowance, making that point exactly where I want it. And I'm going very slow. I'm going to go ahead and set my speed so I don't accidentally go too fast. Just go nice and slow around the curves. And you want them to be nice and deep. Okay, up again. And make sure it's all straight. 3/8 again. Go nice and slow. Again. The key is to get this scallops to just lay super nice and feminine on your neckline. think that's what I love about scalloped edges. They're so feminine and dressy without without a whole lot of fuss. Just going ahead and going around these curves. Last one. Now we're just going to go ahead and go straight on the back because there are no scallops on the back piece. Okay. All right, we've got it sewn, as you can see. We have the scallops all sewn in there. So what now I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this seam allowance very close to the edge. Just going ahead and go really close to the edge. What you want to do is grade them so that they're not the same length. All right, so then I'm just going to show you so you don't have to watch me do it all. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip these curves, clip right to that point. But don't go through it. Just clip right to that point. Okay, so that when we turn this, you're going to have a beautiful scalloped edge. Once we get this all pressed and everything, you can see how beautiful those edges are going to be. Kind of hard to see it now because it's not pressed, but going to be really beautiful, and I will show you that in a little bit. Okay, so then I want to understitch this really carefully, making sure that we preserve those scallops. So I'm going to go ahead and just understitch this all the way around, just as close as I can to the seam line. This will make it go toward the scallop. All right, so that is the way that you do that scalloped neckline, and that's how I cut it short because it's just boring to watch me do the same thing over and over. But this is the finished neckline, and here is the finished dress. And it was really nice on Christmas Eve. I got a lot of compliments on it, and I felt really good in it. The belt was from Amazon. It really doesn't show up very good in the pictures, but it had all these wonderful, like, tails of jewels, like of rhinestones. It was very pretty, and I felt very dressed up. And I went to church, led worship, and got to perform the song that I wrote. And it was a very blessed night, very blessed night. So anyway, the rest of my Christmas sewing isn't all the way done yet, but I will be doing some kind of wrap-up video here. But our Christmas for my family is in on Saturday. So they were all out of town for Christmas. They're all finally back, and we are doing ours on Saturday. Another thing I want to tell you is in the comments for one of the tutorials for the bag, somebody said, oh, I don't want to get whatever table that is that you have because it shakes so much. The table's not actually shaking. It is the holder for my camera, the tripod overhead. It actually is up against the sewing machine a little bit to get that good view, and I'm trying to fix it, but that's what's shaking, the camera, not the table, just so you know. I wouldn't put that expensive machine on a rickety table. No way. So anyway, just wanted to let you know that. So do you have any questions about the scalloped neckline? I'll throw that out there. And yeah, you can put this on anything. So, and don't forget the Love Notion sale, 30%. And you can take another 10 if you use my coupon code Dorothy10. And that also helps the channel a little bit. So I'm very dry today. I don't know why. So let's see. How is everybody? I'm going to go to questions and chit chat now. So feel free to jump out with any questions about the Tessa neckline, as well as just let us know how you're doing. I miss chatting with all of you so much. So let's see. Hi, Lynn. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dee. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Would I consider doing the last bag tutorial over again? I didn't get anything out of it. Oh, I'm sorry. I could do that over again. I mean, it's still online if you need to watch it. It is saved there. Maybe tell me what you didn't get. Could you not see, or was there what would I need to fix, and I'll be happy to. I used the swing skirt from the Sybil. So I wanted it to be kind of and you know, I've gained some weight with the steroids that I'm on, so, and now I've started to lose it, so the waistline was kind of baggy. By the time, in between when I cut it out and finished it, I lost about 5 pounds, so the steroid dosage is going down, and so I'm getting, you know, getting those pounds off, and which I'm glad of, but it didn't fit me in the waistline as good as I would have liked it to. The last one was going too fast. Okay, well, I'll as soon as I get the rest of this Christmas sewing, I can maybe make another bag, and I'll put that video up. Sorry about that. I think there were a few times when I had the camera on time lapse and didn't realize it. Sorry about that. So, but I will fix it. Always want to know how I can do better. Oh, me too. I missed you guys so much. So much. Thank you, Donna. Appreciate that. So what are your goals for this new year in sewing? Got to be big plans. I remember the first year that was I was doing ready to wear fast. Sorry, I couldn't think of what that ready to wear fast. So I didn't. It was in 2018, and at the beginning of the year, I took the pledge, and I didn't buy any clothes the entire year. The only thing you were allowed to buy was underwear or like event T-shirts. And I think wedding attire, like if you were a bridesmaid or something, that was excluded if you needed to be. But I didn't buy anything except a VBS T-shirt. So, and I never have gone back. Really, I mean, I get stuff once in a while, a T-shirt here or there, but pretty much I don't buy clothes, and I don't even like to because they don't fit. Yeah, it was a nice thing that year, 2018, and then I just have never gone back to buying things. I used to buy probably at least half of my stuff, but after that year, I've never gone back. Yes, Nancy, that's a good idea. Or maybe I can just put up I could try to slow it down and put it up. That would be good. Maybe I'll slow down the video and put it up somewhere and just give you guys the link so you can go watch it. That would be good. Good, Amy. Love Notions are awesome patterns. I'm a brand ambassador, but I would be an ambassador for them even if they didn't ask me to be in the program because they're just so wonderful. And just as you think, you look at them and you think how nice they must be, well, they are. They really are that nice. And they're just a wonderful group of people. And I'm very proud to be part of their team for sure. It's something I hold very close and want to always protect because they care very much about their ambassadors. They care about the clients. They don't release patterns until they're just right. They're really good about it. I've tested for other companies and I've never had as good of experience as I have with this particular company. So they got it right. They get a lot of things right. So thanks, Chris. Oh, well, Libby, you and me both. Even for Christmas, I thought I had so many ideas I wanted to do, and it almost paralyzes you because you don't know what to do first. You know, I think that's where I was anyway. So, yeah. You want to make pants for a spring capsule wardrobe. Awesome. So this week I've got some other videos coming. Got a couple of vacation capsules that I'm going to do using Love Notions. I'm not going to sew them all, but I'm going to tell you show you examples of what I have sewn in the past and talk about what might work. So I'm going to do a tropical and a winter adventure capsule, and then also if there's time this week I'm going to do like just a visit to family vacation capsule. So 3 very different vacations, but how you can use the patterns to help you pack lighter and I don't know about lighter, but smarter and have things that go together well. Cool. Yes, they have the camp shirt is the melody. That's a wonderful, wonderful pattern. I love it. But I want to do more sew alongs. So um, I didn't realize that on that last one, I didn't realize that I had the camera on time lapse. So, and there's really no way to slow it down and make it smooth. So I thought by explaining it, then, but I'll go back and slow those down and maybe put it back up and see what I can do with that. Yeah, winter snow day. I love it. I wish we were kids and we could still have snow days. My kids didn't get snow days either because we homeschooled, but sometimes we had snow days if we just didn't feel like it. Somebody wasn't feeling good or, you know, or and then as they got older and their friends were in school, when they had snow days and they wanted to go sledding, I let them go. So those were our snow days then. But when they were littler, we never took a snow day because they didn't know that the rest of the world was having snow days. So we would just, soldier on. But then when there was that one really nice day out when we thought we should just go to the zoo, that's what we did. So, um, yeah, it all works out in the end. Oh, lovely. That sounds wonderful, Dee. Invisible zipper and a fly zipper. Okay. And make a pattern from each of the each of the big four. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, indie patterns are so much better. They fit so much better. But I have a few indie patterns that I like. I used to sew nothing. I mean, not indie, big four. I used to sew nothing but big four. Some of the companies are better than others with their instructions for sure. Vogue is not that terribly hard if you're an experienced sewer, which you are, but the Simplicity and McCall's and Butterick, I think, are the ones that are a little bit easier for beginners. But if you're an experienced sewer, like you can knock out a Vogue pattern, you just have to read the directions carefully. And I think they might have more like videos online than they used to have. So, yeah. It used to be very daunting. The most difficult company is Berta, and that's because their instructions leave a lot to be desired. But I have made Berta patterns, even the ones where you have to add the seam allowance back in, and I actually didn't find it too terribly difficult, but a lot of people do have difficulty with that. I don't know why this thing is choppy today either. I just think you got everything figured out, and then yeah, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't supposed to put it on. I'm not sure what setting I'm supposed to have it on. But we'll see. Maybe I did something wrong. Or not maybe, I did. I just had to figure out what it is. Yes, I'm with you, Diane. I don't like bias tape necessarily, unless it's like a really lightweight shirt that you want to preserve the lightweightness of it, like a gauze shirt or something. Then I like it. I like the bias tape, but mostly I like facings. I particularly love the like all-in-one facing when you're doing the neckline and arms all together. The cadence is like that, and it's wonderful. My favorite sleeveless uh, top treatment and anywhere is the cadence. It's wonderful. Has a little bit of uh, burrito style uh, to getting it that way, but it's simple. Once you see it done, it's really simple, and yeah, and it just gives such a nice clean finish to everything. So Yep, I think I like butterick patterns. When I used to sew from the Big Four all the time, I would sew butterick. I really hope that you show us all these things as you meet those goals, Dee. I love watching people grow. It's such an exciting thing. Um, and I look back on where I was even 3 or 4 years ago. I've done a lot of growing, especially in being able to share it with other people. Um, I just wish I could get the technology to do the same thing every time. You guys, it's more frustrating than you know to try to, because you want it to be smooth. I want it to feel like we're sitting and having a cup of coffee and I'm showing you how to do something. That's how I want the channel to feel. But it gets distracting when all these things are not going right. And when you thought you had that licked and then right back at it again. So I don't know. I keep trying, guys. That's all I can do. This channel will be 3 years old at the beginning of April. So I'm very excited. We're at 17,300 subscribers. I would love to get to 20 before the 3-year mark. That would be incredible. So if you're not subscribed yet, hit that button. I am feeling better. My back is not better, but I'm overall feeling better. I'm still looking at an MRI and, just see what's going on. But, my day-to-day coping is better, so we'll take that for now. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to happen with that. Some days it's a little bit better, but it's always there, and that scares me because that's probably surgery. At least that's the way it was with my 2 surgeries in the past, because I've had a lot of flare-ups that were even a month long and then they went away. But this has been quite a while now and it has not even subsided at all. So we'll see. Oh, thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate that. I certainly do love you guys back. That's for sure. um, oh, I made it like, okay, so everybody thinks about their goals, and my big goal for this year is to not let anything distract my 2 things that I feel called to do, and that is worship, church leadership, and ministry. Okay, and that's number 1. And obviously, being a wife, mom, and grandma is definitely in there too. And then this channel. I think I'm going to go out of the jewelry business. I started that at a time when my husband was laid off, and I thought, well, maybe I could make some extra money, which I was a little. But I did that also before my good friend at church needed me to fill in for her because her mom's in hospice. So I ended up with 3 jobs. So, and then going through the back pain too. So um, something has to give. So I believe it's going to be the jewelry. So if there's anything you want from me, let me know now and I'll send it out to you. Because otherwise I'm probably just going to sell my stock off to another consultant. So first I'm going to take out what I want though. I love the jewelry. It's just that it's too much to do. I wasn't expecting to add working at church 2 days a week onto what I already did. And then, yeah, so it just happened and I just have to clear my priorities. Yeah, that's what I'm doing basically. Dot, it's the church administrative assistant, and she does everything. And so she works like Monday or Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I go in and do the stuff for Sunday, so for Thursday and Friday. And one's a shorter day and one's a longer day, but it just, even just to go on a shorter day, it interrupts the flow of the day. And so I mean, it's really hard getting everything in. It's just hard. So I you know, to be successful at that jewelry business, you need to really you need to really work it. And I can't do that and maintain my channel at the way that I want it to be, the way that I want to serve you guys. So that's why I'm going to probably, I'm praying about it, but I feel like it's going to be that it's going to have to stop. Oh my goodness, Nancy, you didn't get those? Let me check on that, and hopefully they didn't get lost. Huh, I know I sent those. I'll check on that, sweetie. If I can, I'll send another one if they're lost. No problem. Sorry about that, sweetie. Yeah, counting the money is something that we do as the administrative assistant, and I don't have to do it unless I'm there on a Tuesday. And I am sometimes when she goes like on vacation or her mom has appointments or whatever. And then I need to go and do that. But it's daunting. I always hate taking it to the bank because I feel like, oh, I don't want there to be one little mistake, and then have to figure out. I just don't want it on my watch. I want everything to check out right on my watch. So. Wow, it's good to see everybody. So what did you all do for Christmas? Did anybody go traveling anywhere, or did you stay put? My daughter and her husband gave their kids a huge gift. They got up in the morning and said, we're going to Florida. And so the kids were insanely excited. They didn't go to Disney or anything, which is okay because, I mean, that's just so expensive. But they took and they rented an Airbnb that had a pool and just beautiful setup. And they just had a blast. And so the kids are never going to forget that. Never. So I still have some gifts to finish for my grandkids. Too much to do. But I will get there. I will get everything under control. I have to be a person who knows how to say no. And I'm not very good at saying no. So I have a feeling a lot of you guys are like that too. So anyway, all right. Well, I think I am going to let you all enjoy the rest of your day. I think that I will be doing a live on Tuesdays at 4 like this. And then I hope that we'll do at least one other video during the week, hopefully more than one, and get this channel to be something that people really, really care about. So thank you so much for all the love and patience you've given me. And if there's anything, I'm glad you guys are honest with me about the slowing down the video, and I will do what I can with that until I make another one of those bags, and I could redo that video. But I'll have to use the video footage that I have to try and help you with that. So, but I can do that. All right. Well, have a fantastic day. I'm going to let you all go enjoy it, and happy sewing.